We're testing the braided TEMU fishing line. We're going to test 3 dry braided fishing line rigs. Then we're going to test 3 wet braided fishing line rigs. Then after that, we're going to check the abrasion resistance of dry and wet braided fishing line. TEMU. The orange bead represents the first test of the TEMU braided fishing line. Let's go. Okay, dry 1 broke at 13.3 pounds of tension. Let's move on to dry 2. Here we go with test 2 of the TEMU braided fishing line. Test 2 is represented by the green fishing bead. This is dry 2. Okay, dry 2 reached 13.0 pounds of pull force tension. Okay, here we go with test 3, represented by the blue fishing bead. Test 3 of the dry TEMU braided fishing line. Let's see what happens. Okay, here you see test 3 of the dry braided fishing line broke at 13.9 pounds of pull force tension. Let's move on to the wet braided fishing line now. Okay, we're going to move on to testing the wet braided fishing line from TEMU. All right, here we go with the wet braided fishing line from TEMU. The first test represented by the orange fishing bead. Okay, wet 1 broke at 13.0 pounds of pull force tension. Okay, test 2 of the wet braided fishing line, the TEMU braid, represented by the green fishing bead. Okay, test 2 broke at 13.3 pounds of pull force tension. Okay, here we go with test 3 of the wet braid, represented by the blue fishing bead. Let's go. Test 3 of the wet braided fishing line broke at 13.5 pounds of pull force tension. If anything, it's consistent. Now we're going to be checking the abrasion resistance of this TEMU fishing line. We're going to test 3 dry rigs. Then we're going to test 3 wet rigs. TEMU fishing line, we're getting a lot of requests for this, so let's see how it does. Let's see how this fishing line does when it encounters real structure in your favorite fishing spot. As always, we go orange, green, blue. So here we go with the orange. Down and up. is 1 cycle. I'm going to lose him. He's going to wrap around the pole. There he goes. It's going to break. 1. 1. Less than 1. That was dry 1. Now we go to the green. Green fishing bead represents dry 2. 1. 1. Less than 1, but if you want to say 1, that's fine. Now, dry 3, represented by the blue fishing bead on the abrasion resistance of TEMU fishing line. Down and up as 1 cycle. Less than 1 to 1. Now we're going to try the wet fishing line. It's been soaking. Okay, here we go with wet 1, represented by the orange fishing bead. Not even 1 cycle, it's just falling apart. Now we're going with the green. Orange, green, wet 2, down and up as 1 cycle. Not even a quarter of a cycle. Okay, wet 3, represented by the blue fishing bead. Wet 3. Less than 1 cycle. Okay, let's do a quick review of the braided TEMU fishing line we just tested. So here you can see you're not going to see a pound rating on here like 20 pounds or 15 pounds. What you're going to have is this 148 millimeter. And what that 148 millimeter is going to equal somewhere from a 12 to 15 pound test. So that's what we're looking for in the results. So on the tensile strength, we did dry 1, dry 2, and dry 3. And we had 13.3, 13.0, and 13.9. And that was all within the range of acceptable. Then we tested 3 wet braided fishing lines on the force gauge. Wet 1, wet 2, wet 3. We had 13.0 on 1, 13.3 on 2, and 13.5 on the third test of the wet braided fishing line. So this is very consistent across the line and well within the 12 to 15 pound test range that's acceptable per the label. Now for the abrasion testing, we tested 3 rigs dry and 3 rigs wet. All 3 dry fishing rigs broke at 1 cycle or less. Same with the lines that were soaked in water. All 3 rigs broke at 1 cycle or less, and we're giving that a very poor. I personally would not buy this or use it fishing. Several of the viewers that watch our channel do use it. They say they save money, but I think you should not try to save too much money on fishing line because this is the connection between you and the fish. So this video was on a TEMU braid that you just watched. We're going to start working on our next video, which is TEMU monofilament. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, here's the next video you can check out if you like this kind of content. Drop a comment and let me know how you like it. See you on the other side.